This is Matreiuss playing as Poseidon. On the other side, we have got Kimo playing as Poseidon. So I assume the two lures will be pretty much enough to steal all the hunts on the map. So there'll be nothing left outside. Obviously, we got the fishing going on. Fish positions are looking similar, more or less. And overall, a fair distribution too. So both of them are gonna get free close by patches. Everything else they need to venture out for and probably won't be touching until the water is won or lost.
Very true. This is one of the most balanced fishes I've seen in a long time, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, and the water shape is like really fair too.
Duck placement clearly better for Kimo.
A little bit, yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to see that far in, right? I don't think your scout has enough line of sight for that. Just
maybe.
About. No, it doesn't.
But what do you think about the god pick here? The fact, I mean, Kimo knows that Matt plays Poseidon. What do you think about the fact that Kimo decided to not play Zeus or Hades or anything, but exactly mirror it?
I'm not sure what the plan is, honestly. I mean, Poseidon gets the extra food, right? So you got a bit safer of a fallback here, because the lure will help you get all the animals. But besides that, I'm not sure what Poseidon really has for him on the water, honestly.
Well, the thing that I think is that the fact that he went Poseidon instead of going, for example, Zeus or Hades, is the fact that I think he's not confident about knowing which Sith would be better. So he wants to make sure he has at least an even game by going the same Sith. And he probably thinks that if he goes the same Sith, he can just play better and win that way, and not worry about disadvantages.
Makes sense.
But at the same time, Matreiuss only plays Poseidon, so...
it is hard to tell, honestly, what Civ is best on this map.
Yeah.
Or what god, rather. Because they're all so similar, and they have like a tiny boost in each of their unique areas, and that's it. What? Kimo's gonna go Ares, and it's gonna be a Hermes pick from Matreiuss, so we got our first difference in the game.
Very interesting. And honestly, the way this plays out is that the god powers kind of neutralize each other for the most part. Well, it depends. If the pestilence is not ceasefire, then there will be a difference in the game. But if it's just ceasefire, then they just even out, and I mean, production will catch up. You will have spent all your resources. Nothing will have changed. Except that you have different myth units, and in that case, isn't the Centaur a better unit to raid the enemy's woodline than the Cyclops? Because it's just so much earlier to arrive and annoy, whereas the Cyclops is really close, so once the hero actually shows up, the Cyclops just dies.
Especially if the Cyclops gets spotted midway, which is probably what the job of the Hippocampus is, to look for that, where he's coming from. Is Matreiuss gonna move that to the shore? What is that random fishing ship doing there, yo?
I have no idea.
And there's the pestilence.
What is Matt's fishing boat doing on top left side?
Yo, wait a second, Kiyomaku. It got stopped at the right time. The first ship didn't come out.
99%?
Like, if you get your first ships out at least, then you can at least fight this off, right? And wait a moment for your ceasefire until like the next ships are almost done.
So this was basically a perfect pestilence.
Yeah.
And now I suppose Kimo, I suppose it doesn't actually fully even out the way it plays out now, because since he has absolutely nothing and a boat, I think it's 14 seconds. So Kimo will have a short time with boat advantage here, actually. It's gonna be very short only, but it will do some damage, so this definitely paid out for Kimo. And the Cyclops finds Hippolyta.
Yeah, that's gonna be ugly. Maybe the Cyclops can suicide into a villager and pick it up, but I doubt it. The villagers can
Yeah,
run
but
away so easy. Just is Matt gonna notice it? Yes, of course.
yeah, and top left, center. Center and Jason are Theseus, I'm sorry. They are the same.
It's the same
um,
thing. They should really make that different in TE somehow.
yeah.
They got slightly
Um,
different stats, but I mean, beyond that, you know.
yeah, they look too similar as well. Like Ajax,
Yes,
that's the difference, you know?
that's a difference.
But the water. Boats are actually looking in favor of
What?
Matreiuss.
How did
And he gets the
that?
first kill.
Seriously, how?
As I said, it even outs really quickly.
Oh, Kimo stopped making ships. That's how. Because he's supposed to have a numerical advantage, right? But eventually, Matreiuss is supposed to catch up because free docks and stuff.
Kimo
But
already lost 2 boats.
exactly, he lost boats, he stopped production, and Matreiuss is gonna be all over his fishing ships. So this is a problem. And you know, because
This
of that
is...
idle time, Matt can maintain the triple dock for quite a bit.
Yes. Still, these 2 boats, like he's 2 boats down because of this now, and that's a very, very big advantage in water fights. If Matreiuss can try to fight non-stop here and really make it snowball, that would be big.
I know, right? He's got such a big advantage in hit points as well.
But how is the micro going to play out here? They're actually not microing that much, but that's because they are being harassed at the woodline really bad, and Kimo's losing villages.
I know, he has to completely go to the other side with those villagers, and that's a lot of idle time. That's a lot of wood he's not getting. Lots of ships he's not getting by extension of that. But it looks like he's finally stabilized, and Matreiuss should probably pull back a little bit.
I think he should keep going.
Okay.
The thing is, he just did so much damage to his woodline. His economy cannot keep up.
I guess
Any
you're
more
right.
pressure and Kimo can fall apart.
Yeah, Kimo had already very damaged ships here, so you're actually completely right.
Yes, this is a massive lead for Matreiuss right now. This game could end very soon.
How is he doing in the rest of the area? So he has a lot of food. Probably worth thinking about some hoplites even just coming across, or maybe I don't know what else he could do, honestly. Maybe he could just trade his hero and... Oh, wait. Theseus did die. Okay, so he could remake that, I guess.
Yes. Still, in this position right now, is Kimo making boats in his docks? Or is he just gonna keep produce out? Because he's still sending outside and all of his boats are just dying. This isn't really working out for him. And he taps out.
Yeah, that was a quick one. Very, very dominant thing by Matreiuss. He's honestly a master of this, so...
I think it all came down to woodline harassment. The woodline harassment just basically wrecked his economy.
Matreiuss is doing his thing. And on the other side, Kimo is doing the other thing. It's gonna be ISIS this time. Let's go.
Well, experimentation begins.
So do you think Kimo is kind of a machine and he can just take that extra best of 5?
I'm not sure, but he definitely has a lot of stamina. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he has been known as someone to play a lot. So he should have it.
Match is getting the wolves first. That's always annoying. You just have to kill them ASAP and they'll just decay. They don't have a lot of food in them anyways. But
But
it's better than 0.
if you are getting rid of them, it means they cannot harass the villagers moving around to the dock. So it prevents accidents in the future.
So unfortunately for Kimo, he didn't actually notice his board first, and he was making like a granary by the berries. I just noticed. That's unfortunate. Will probably delay his uptime by a few sec. Getting a second dock now. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he actually does a fast heroic. He probably should do, but with that much wood empowerment, probably not.
Until the very first time he does fast heroic, I will always be convinced he does classic fight.
Mm-hmm.
But empowerment in this case is always going to be on wood. You want to empower what you gather the most, because that's where the Pharaoh has the most impact. And the wood rate is much higher than the food rate. Plus, you have 5 villages versus 4 on Hunt right now. But if villager numbers change, Pharaoh takes a trip and empowers something else.
Yeah, I'm curious.
is
Once
honestly-
he has 6 on gold, will he switch or not? Because if he stays on wood, then, you know, it's probably classic fight.
The distance to gold is also a bit annoying, but he might always empower wood.
Oh, he's switching, okay.
Okay.
So it might actually not be classic fight. But he has a lot of ships, so I don't know. He kind of needs it though for, you know, the ability to just ace jump.
I think he moved the Pharaoh primarily to empower the temple and empower
Okay.
gold at the same time. Plus, he kind of maxed the right side, so the demand for wood is lower now because he only has 1 dock, so he cannot produce more than 1 vote at a time anyways. And 5 already has a smooth production, so I mean, with 5 villagers, you can already produce from a second dock sometimes. But that villager from Matreiuss is being quite a bully. And the scout joins the party as well. This might actually be a dead villager.
Oh, Kimo should just move it.
Yeah, if he blocks it with a scout properly, he has to kill the scout. He has to take a few hits and then run. He
2 more
cannot
hits.
run. No. Oh, that's actually a mistake. That's a mistake.
Yeah.
If he had killed the scout, then he could gotten away because he couldn't have been blocked anymore.
Exactly. The scout just needed 2 more hits, and that was it.
Unfortunate mistake, but it happens.
We got the really fast Hermes from Matreiuss. He'll be making a ship here in no time.
Yeah. But as a little bit of trivia for ISIS on this map, it's actually still unclear what to empower with Pharaoh at the start, because most people take the Pharaoh to empower the dock, but because you only have 100 wood and it takes time to actually pay the 3rd boat, because you usually send the food first, because of that, if you empower the dock, you get your boat earlier, but then you have idle time in production and gather more food from fishing boats. But if you empower the granary instead, you get more food from dropping. And what actually wins? I would like someone to test that someday. Or I'll do it myself eventually. But now, we're having a lot of harassment here in this dock. The boats are working so hard to get this up.
They will do. But at the cost of
Yes.
some of them, which is pretty expensive actually.
Yeah. That's going to be a priest going down, actually. This is going to be a
Ouch.
lot of damage that Matreiuss gets in here.
That's right. Well, let's see if the Sphinx on the counteroffensive can do anything, but I'd assume Matreiuss, you know, will prepare with the hero just fine. He's also pressuring the other side on the water. not messing around. Going deeper on
Yeah.
in the north.
This position is not looking nice for Kimo at all. And he is not gathering food on land. So he's completely relying on his fish, which is stuffed at this point. And he's sending out 2 cabinets, but they're going to get picked up by 5 triremes.
Ouch.
He
Yes.
will kill 2 of them though, because a dog actually does damage. And that was an odd micro, because his boat was already targeting another one that was low HP, and they were basically the same. Kind of a miss micro at that point, because if he had kept shooting, both of them would have died already. Since you do have some idle shooting time from turning around. But bottom side, looking much better for Kimo. But he doesn't see it. He runs into the triremes and takes so much damage. There's almost 1 boat. He cannot do this. Like, those mistakes will snowball so bad. And he's already so behind on the top side. He cannot lose the bottom side as well.
By the way, we got the blue crystal shard relic. I'm sure you hate it.
It doesn't do anything.
Where's the other one? Yeah. Does it do anything once you have all the upgrades at least?
I'm sure that there are plenty of upgrades and cases where it actually does a lot, but there are also plenty of cases where it doesn't, and I'm not sure on the top of my head right now where it's useless.
Okay. We got the boots of kick everything though, which is always useful.
Yes, one of the most broken relics in the game.
Atalanta 6.6 speed. Yeah, I'll take that.
I mean, it's one of the most brutal relics when certain serfs get it.
Yep. Belorphin.
Polyphemus.
What?
Rushing a little bit.
Hey, Chimney Pot has subscribed. Thank you very much, Chimney Pot. We appreciate it.
Seriously though, if Polyphemus is faster and people cannot outrun him anymore, he will be much more of a threat. Like
Wait,
right
what's
now,
his
you can
base
just kite
speed?
him.
4. So he'd be 4.4. He'd be faster than Theseus with that relic. That's faster than all infantry. Okay.
Yeah, and so they can't dodge his special anymore, basically.
That's right. Well, Spearman could, but that's it.
Ah, true.
Huskarl, I guess.
But spearmen are basically Cav in disguise. They're hiding a horse somewhere. You just don't know it.
Decent boat build up though from Kimo, and Matreiuss is kind of. Is that him being outmatched here? 10.
I don't know. It's almost 1,000 score difference.
11, 12, 13 here. I'm just saying, Matreiuss might lose the bottom fight. Oh no, there's a Scylla. He's getting cladding. Okay, he's just biding his time.
Yeah, but
extra ships.
Matreiuss is heroic and he's getting a second TC. Like, everything is in a massive advantage for Matreiuss right now. This is looking very dominant. Like, the first game and this one too.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe Kimo will not play these maps in Grand Finals. He will maybe dodge them on his own picks. Like, considering how this is going, would you pick back to this, or would you just play a different map? I wouldn't.
I don't know why he's playing water against a Greek main.
Yeah. I mean, Anatolia is, to be fair, one of the best maps for ice in the game, but it depends how you play it. And I don't think the way that Kimo played it is one of the best maps for ice. This is not abusing his strengths to the full potential.
Well, we got bronze on the ships, so they suddenly have 43 pierce armor versus 20.
Does bronze swim or sink?
It should sink.
So why does this even work?
It's just a thin layer, right?
Yeah, I guess. This is a really nice round, but His boats are weaker, so it won't really do him any help. And actually, the boats in the back of Kimo are being unable to shoot because of the range difference.
Now
They're
he's
just
got the
bobbing
Leviathan,
around.
though. And yeah, that's awkward.
This is actually one of the big disadvantages of Anatolia. You're just stuck. You can't get boats close enough sometimes.
Yeah, after a certain number of ships, it just doesn't do anything anymore. Now, I'd kind of have liked him to start some siege ships, however, just because of that, because they don't have that range problem. You can have 2 layers of range, basically.
That's very true. But Greek also has more range in general, so they suffer from it way less.
Yeah, I mean, these ships have 18 range now because of the cladding upgrade.
Wow.
Versus 12. So it does matter, but the Leviathan changes everything here.
The tank, the beast, and bottom side looks a bit empty. But
oh, the Scorpion Man in the eco.
Oh yes, I love the Scorpion Man in the eco.
Ancestors Eclipse now, because there's nothing here.
Yes, that would actually kill a lot of units. Like his woodline is so far away from anything that's secure.
At the same time, though, the Hydra is on the Migdol, and it's got 3 heads, so the villagers get 2 tapped.
Uh-oh.
He's using it defensively because the Hippicons are there too. Hydra ends up dying.
The Scorpion also gets boosted, and with Eclipse, the Scorpion 2-shots villages as well. Yes. Look at that.
It free taps it?
What?
Did they nerf it?
No. It should 3-hit. Why didn't it? Oh, he must have hit before? No, that can't be.
No way.
That can't be.
Did they nerf Eclipse?
They did, but they unnerfed it as far as I know.
Plus 50%? What did it used to be?
We will get another chance. The Scorpion is going for a full-end villager. Uh-oh. Never mind. Matreiuss react. That is denied.
It one-taps a goat, Kiyomaku.
That's very relevant information, guys. You can one-tap a goat with the Scorpion, man. Yeah, I don't
Okay, let's go.
I don't think this game will last much longer. This earthquake is going to be shattering any dreams that are left.
Gets 2 kills there, but runs right into the Pharaoh. Oh, earthquaking the Migdol. Interesting. Kimo should be able to replace that soon enough. But if there's gonna be a Tyroi from these proxy stables here, that could be pretty hot hitting that town center. But he doesn't have cavalry line upgrades just yet, so maybe not. Maybe just make Hippicons for now. Matreiuss up by like 1,000 score. Not that it means too much, but he's up on 1,000 score while not having resource stored. So, oh god, the villagers are clumped up, and here's the Chimera. Should be able to fire, literally. Oof.
A massacre. And the bottom side also back in Matreiuss' favor.
Wow.
He's also re-securing that water. And also top side still denied. Kimo losing on all fronts. Nefta's priests though, but I don't think they're enough to deal with chimeras at this point.
No. Well, they'd be okay in high numbers with a good army, but this isn't that. Kimo trying to rely on mercs as well and stuff. Not gonna happen. Piece of info in the chat, maybe it was a different animation for the Scorpion Man. game 3. Matreiuss spawning in the blue color. Poseidon. And on the other side, Kimo is playing Uranus. We're finally here, Kiyomaku. It's been a million years, but hunting dogs, of course. It's a decent patch of hunt here. It's gonna be even more of that, it seems. And another patch. What is this? This big. Oh, that was a third patch. I see. I see. So there's quite a bit of hunt here for sure.
I just read a comment in chat. I thought I would never read an AOM.
What?
And it was basically Kimo needs to play a broken god like Odin to win. What? Odin used to be the god to throw with.
I know. And Odin is not particularly good against Poseidon anyway. Because he gets just kind of matched in cavalry, right? So life is tough. You could go Oathsarks, of course, but you know. Then you gotta overwhelm Greek. Our relics are the Ship of Fingernails. We've got Dwarven Calipers. We've got Nose of the Sphinx. That is very nice. Staff of Dionysus, also very nice. Free upgrade. And what else have we got? The gold mines are really numerous today. Like, that's probably the most gold mine rich Alfheim I've seen in a while. We've got very forward TCs, so that is gonna be interesting to see how these players can get them. Is Kimo going for the outer hunt here? Yeah, seems like it. Temple almost done. Kimo hasn't even started it. What? Is Matreiuss gonna advance that much faster? I guess he's Poseidon, so that really shows the power of the lore here.
Remember when he played the same map against Hagrid yesterday? It was against Hades, but Kimo also did a slower advance, and he got hand axe, pickaxe. Basically, he went full economy.
I guess also his second hunt is like insanely far away, so that walking time on the citizens from the main TC is just intense. Having to gather from berries as well, not exactly the fastest kind of resource. Just letting those cows get fat.
Funny question in chat. Someone asking if he can be an observer in the game, and people are just writing yes, they want more lag in the games.
Well, Theseus found the Nose of the Sphinx relic.
Well, that's a nice raid. That's a lot of idle time, especially hurting the Atlantean player because they are like 6 villagers basically.
Comment in the chat that Poseidon has Uranus and Odin as the worst matchup. Well, maybe for normies. This is Matreiuss. he'll show you. That's fine.
All right.
Fast 2TC. He's ready. Yeah, just gonna go the good old boomer style. Got the military barracks and counter barracks, so Kimo should be flooding a little bit. Now let's see if he's getting those upgrades. He's getting husbandry, so that's gonna increase the gather rates on the cows. But besides that, oh, he's got hand axe. So yeah, it's like what he did yesterday, yeah. Matt has a pretty much full wall off, but is that tree actually walling this off? I think this might be one of those AOM moments where the wall is not quite complete.
Might be, but if you just place it to the tree itself, like connecting it to it, then it should. It would be odd to just to not connect it, because in AOM you don't need to be that precise with building placement. It just gives you the nearest possible placement when you hover it near enough. So
I find sometimes it doesn't connect to like forests or trees properly. But then it might, so I don't know. Oh, Matreiuss does manage to wall off completely, pretty much. There's like that one wall with the house that's remaining. Oh, layering walls, okay. It's faster than repairing, I guess. There's one gap though,
yeah,
and that's gonna be the hunt villagers. That is awful.
at the current repair rate, rebuilding the wall is faster than just repairing it.
Oh yeah, they repair like normal buildings now, right?
Yes.
So like completely normalized. Whereas they used to be significantly faster. Oh, those 4 villagers are in so much trouble. I'm not sure any of them can escape, to be honest. Oh, okay. The path blocking isn't quite there. So maybe one more dies. 2 of them getting away. 3 of them get... Okay. That's not a great day to be Kimo.
And that's a shockwave for that.
A shockwave, that's right. Well, we're gonna have uplights. Kiyomaku, what do you think Kimo should do behind this? Is it time for him to catch up with the second TC, or what's the plan?
And usually that's the plan. Usually they just make enough to harass and get 3 TCs. But Matt is already booming quite well, so it's unclear if it's going to be enough that way. And the gold mines, as you've said, are plenty on this map. But that front gold is actually not very safe. If we can get rid of that one tower and that wall, that can be harassed quite a bit.
I agree. Okay, let's see with the tower upgrade. There's gonna be additional walling. Layers upon layers. This man has no regard to his gold bank. Okay.
Oh, that won't complete in time, or will it?
Oh, it absolutely
The
will.
tower is exposed, and the tower will go down here.
That's for sure. But it's okay. Hippolyta is a tower too.
A moving fortress. Sometimes drunk, sometimes a sniper.
Accurate. Or not. Hey, Match is also walling off the gold mine / hunt area, so that's great. But yeah, Kimo will definitely punch through that last wall, and there's no more space to build stuff.
Honestly, it doesn't look like Kimo is planning to take a TC anytime soon. The way he's playing is full aggression at the moment. He will have to stop army production, but you can see on the map units are still rallying forward, so he's still queuing.
Yeah, maybe he maxes out and then he gets a TC or something.
Yeah, he will be there soon, but... Oh, the TC is started. I eat my words. There it is. But it's still really, really late. That's a very late TC.
I guess he's just hoping to be able to do damage, but so far it's just not been there. What did he do? Kill 2 villagers? 3 maybe?
Yes, he forced some upgrades in some units, but it's hard to call them forced when Matt would do it probably anyways. The one thing he can maybe deny is a 3rd TC, but that's only until Matt actually max pops and... But this is still another nice raid. Getting some idle time might pick up a... No. If he had surrounded that properly, he could have gotten... And he tries to break through that wall again. But that wood line is still very exposed. He can get villagers stuck in that camp there. That's one down.
Well,
He
Matreiuss
needs
has
to
been on
work
2DC
much
for
harder here.
so long, so I think he's more than fine with this. And actually, Matreiuss also has a massive food bank, so he's more than fine to, you know, keep training units and transition heavily to gold. Get additional walls, maybe even ceasefire if he absolutely must, but I don't think we're anywhere near that. Do you think we're gonna see some catapulties? Yes, they are being made actually.
It would be odd to not see them against Poseidon.
Yeah.
But the harassment on the right side is still going strong.
Yeah, did any villagers die though? I think it's idle time, right? I don't see villager corpses. Maybe I'm
But
just
that
late
army
to...
is actually really hurt.
Yes, look at that. HP is pretty much rip. And yet another double wooden wall. Just...
I mean,
What's next? Upgrade?
every single time he destroys a wall and Matreiuss rebuilds one, it's still idle time and costs to actually build it, so...
I'm pretty sure Kimo's spending more on this.
Well, the units don't cost anymore after they're made. But their production rate and these two villages are going down. Finally some... I don't know way that escaped.
It's a teleporter. That's what the TC really is. Aphrodite is coming in.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's
that is gonna be
much,
sick.
much earlier.
Kimo did get the third town center meanwhile. But didn't really bother with the relics or anything. They're not that valuable, I guess, anyway. What's this again? Dwarven Cappers. Okay, that is valuable. But not until Mythic.
The one thing that Kimo still has going for him really well at the moment is the army advantage.
Yes, for
And
now.
he has to make it count.
For now, but I think if Matt just starts making heavier Hippicons and add some
Not
Tuxodis
heavy
to that.
Hippicons, but heavier Hippicons.
Yeah, like more Hippicons is what I'm trying to say. I don't even English right now.
I honestly forget that you're not a native speaker. Plenty. I mean, it's so hard to forget to think that you're not native when you witness your English, and I can't English as well.
I think a native speaker would disagree, but thank you.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but some of them have worse English, you know. Dramatically.
Maybe.
Anyways, Heroic has hit, and the pressure on the 6k gold mine, but Matreiuss' army looking much stronger here. I don't think Kimo can fight this. He can try to harass, but...
Good luck against the Nemean Lion and Curse. Matt actually is full pop. Wait, he's missing a house? No, he's not. No, 130. That's it. Do you think he's gonna ceasefire that TC or no? He's just Chad and he doesn't need to at all. He's just taking the fight. Medium hoplites, Hippicon's Curse, Nemean Lions.
This might be
roar.
a resign, honestly.
That's brutal, dude. And he's got all this food now from the piggies. Like, how many? 7? Nice.
Oh,
that's about as good as it gets. Yeah, that could strike back a little bit with
true.
Triple
Kimo's
or quad
economy
Sacred.
might still make a comeback here. But
Yes.
the position... The longer this goes on, the better for the Greek here. And
Agreed.
after all of this, the bad thing is, the mythic god power of Poseidon is Earthquake. And unlike other god powers, that has a lot of reach. So getting vision to use it on the Titan Gate is gonna be super easy.
Yeah, or he just wrecks a TC. I mean, not the forward one, because Kimo is fortifying the hell out of that. But all the rest.
Yeah.
All the rest are not fortified. So those are a target.
Sure. Oh, that's such a brutal raid as well. It's just I'm thinking about the winning condition for the Atlantean. And even if he doesn't take the DCs or anything, even if he remains in a 3DC, 3DC or something, as long as he can deny the Titan, he doesn't really have much to worry about. And Earthquake is gonna basically be that that safety net.
Yeah,
But
I mean, we're still a
population
bit...
is dropping quite a bit.
Yeah, we're still a bit far away from that, but anyway, we got heavy hoplites, which are the best looking hoplites. Just putting that out there. And Matreiuss is setting up for some heavy production now. So many buildings everywhere. Oh, even the fortress. Good idea.
Yes, that was surely secured, and the heavy hoplites before the heavy hippicons. It's interesting. Oh, these trades, the population is dropping so hard.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough. What has Kimo been doing? Oh, he's got the armory upgrades. That's right.
But the fortress has completed, so the army did buy time, and he has some units again, which should be enough to secure him.
And again, it's a good idea to get an extra wall and maybe even stone walls. I don't know. Maybe not. That might be a bit overkill, but we've got a bit of a raid going on. Theseus is there, so he's got a pretty healthy hit point pool. He can dive these villagers easy enough. One is definitely going down here.
Oh yes, that's a dead citizen. And this satyr, not being shot at yet.
No.
It could die in like 1-2 shots.
Yeah, earlier it was getting targeted, but what's going on? Also, Kimo is not making more satyrs, so what is he stockpiling the 100 favor for? I don't quite understand. He's got basically
that's
set up
very
for
good point.
a mythic.
100 favor. He should immediately turn that into some satyrs.
Yeah, even get Gemino. It's like such a good upgrade. Oof, another really weak citizen match should come back at some point to deal with that. I really like these little raid groups he does. Just 2-3 units, be annoying, go after a citizen. Maybe he'll damage it, maybe he'll kill it. If it's damaged, can't be healed anyway, so he'll be back later.
What do you think about Hecate coming in here? Do you think it's gonna be enough for Kimo to win this?
It better do some damage. Maybe the Tartarian gate can delay long enough for a Titan gate to come up, but I highly doubt it. I mean, Matreiuss is gonna have Earthquake. Yeah, he's got a big enough army to come in, and there's not gonna be a Hesperides tree. I think Helios is underused, so I'd like to see some of that. Vortexing around with fire ciphers can be pretty brutal. The Hecate Giants are pretty good themselves. It's just, you know, if you max out on citizens like this, 27 citizens actually, so 2 of them being heroes, of course. Yeah, it doesn't leave much room for army, so Sky Passage's vortexes are just not as powerful as they sound.
It's actually really good to raid with heroes like Matreiuss is doing, because it's such a pop-efficient unit,
Yep.
and will force so much population away from the front because of it. And it's so quick and cheap to remake it. It will always get so much value. Like, realistically speaking, you want to trade your Greek heroes as often as possible against enemy units, because it's such an efficient unit anyways.
And they're cost effective too.
Yes.
They're seriously cheap for what they are.
And that turret is, I think, dead in a few seconds. That's one of the weakest turrets that he could have gotten.
Yeah, I mean, there's a 45 TC here, there's gonna be heroes. Even the Tuxolis are doing relevant damage because it only has 60% pierce armor. So, yeah, anything you can target this thing with, probably a good idea. Even the TC is shooting it, by the way. And Atalanta and the other heroes should be able to take care of the spawn, no problem. Yeah, this didn't do anything. It didn't even idle the villagers. Like, I'd imagine putting it on the fortress would have been a better move. At least do some eco damage with that. Kimo does have a very nice army though. Champion Murmillo. He's got bronze weapons. It's got the heavy Arcus.
sure.
So that's nice. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to see some Fanatics now that he has Champion Infantry. Maybe the Fire Siphons can do something. Don't know. We shall see. Where's Earthquake, though? Matt hasn't used it. You know what? He could be just stockpiling resources for a moment, fighting this off, and then he can Oh, the Chimera! Oh!
Massive burn.
That's 5 kills from one stream of fire.
But I think a lot of them actually dodged through the palace, right?
Maybe. That's 2 dead palaces, though. That's also a good one. Okay, the other use I was expecting out of Matreiuss is that he could have gotten a TC down, and if he has a bank, he could bring a few villagers and ceasefire steal that thing. Also a good play, but this is giving him this ability to push in right now, and the Chimera gets 6 Arcus, no, 5 Arcus again. No, that's actually 6, sorry. Wow. This Chimera is like doing so much damage. Possible stop flame.
That kills me.
Not possible. Damn.
But Matreiuss overtaking score, and it's looking darker and darker for the AD player here.
Here's the Helipolis, an absolute core unit against Atlanteans in the late game. There's just very little that they can do about it. You only need Fire Siphons to snipe those. There's honestly no better choice. But you'll be flooded with Hoplites, Toxotes, and good luck. They're so efficient. Matches going on with the Fortress push. Surprised actually didn't Petrobulus push the back TC of Kimo, but does he really need to be everywhere at once when he's already succeeding in the one front attack? I'd say no. So Polyphemus is doing like 100 damage each hit to buildings. That is actually pretty good. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Does he have a bonus damage? Oh, he has 300% bonus damage against buildings. That's the buff.
I told you he's a moving fortress.
Okay.
He can solo that shit.
Okay, I didn't know that one. That's a new thing.
Yeah. But that's precisely why yesterday I said that he can basically solo that stuff. He does so much damage.
Okay, yeah.
And imagine split pushes with him. Like, imagine you build a fortress on one side and you just make him. Like, what do you build to counter him? Like, against a color size, you send a hero or you send heroes, depending on what you play. But against a Helipolis, a few units. But Polyphemus? He kills your units.
Yeah, he does. You need like a ton of archers. That's the best way to take him down.
And he's cheap and rebuild super fast too, so...
He's 4 population. Like,
yeah.
You think 2 archers are gonna beat him? No.
No.
So it's a net gain to attack with him like that, for sure.
Yeah. Just send him to attack enemy trade or something, for example. He's just gonna kill all the markets, whatever is there. Or send him to split push a town center alone. He can do that. And
3-0.
Wow.
3-0. That's what just happened. Kimo is going the long route today through the tournament. We are gonna see him in the losers finals, and Matreiuss is your grand finalist. He's gonna take home the silver or gold medal. We will see which one. But what an amazing performance out of the man, showing us just how good Poseidon is. Oh, by the way, he didn't make extra Chimera. That's weird. Okay. Not that he super needed anything extra. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep hosting events. As we reach higher subscription goals, we can increase the prize pools of the events we host. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description. And remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.